Afternoon team, what's going on? Hope you're having an amazing day. Now, this video is going to be all about the Reset project, which you might have seen in the caption or the description for this video, has actually got a brand new name. The new program has got a new name, would you believe it? Which I'll get onto in a second. But I'm really excited to talk about this. In this video, I'm going to be talking about what the Reset project is, or the Reset Rive Thrive project, as it's now newly been called. So what it is, why we're doing it, how it's going to work, who it's for, and who it's not for. So essentially, by the end of this video, or after the first few minutes, you can decide whether to get signed up, whether to jump on board, or whether to skip this and kind of give it a miss. So just so you're aware, this is going to kick off officially on Monday, or week commencing the 22nd of September. Next week, which is week commencing the 15th, is when we're going to do prep week. So that's when the brand new professionally printed copies of the program arrive. That's when you can collect them from the gym. It's when we are basically going to spend a little bit of time creating a focus for the weeks that follow. And it's a nice amount of time as well for you to kind of draw that line in the sand and get out and do your healthy food shops or whatever you need to do, right, to feel ready for the 22nd. Now, essentially, if you are watching this and you're already on a 6-week challenge and you've recently joined us, then I would click off because this is going to confuse you. If you are watching this and you've recently finished a 6-week program and you are still motivated, you're still focused, you're switched on, then again, I would click off of this because right now probably isn't the time. However, if you want to stick around and see what's going on here and jump on board, you're more than welcome. So I've also been sent in a lot more questions than I thought about what this is, how it works, who it's suitable for. I think I'll cover most of the questions as I kind of give you the details of the program and what it is. But I've also loaded up the questions on my screen to cover them for you as well. So I've posted in the announcement chat kind of what's going on, what the program's about, why you should do it. And I'll be totally honest with you, as I've been putting together the new pack, right, this is brand new. I've taken everything that's worked from the previous 6-week challenge and I've kind of run with some new ideas. I wanted to go down a path that just feels like the next kind of natural progressive step for if you've done a 6-week program in the past with us, or you've, achieved some success through doing the habit tracker, tracking your calories, you kind of, your steps, your walk, your 5 a day, etc. And built a new program for the next step, right? So if you are watching this and any of the following apply to you, then you would be a great fit for this and this would be perfect for you. Firstly, summer's just finished, right? We're kind of out of routine. We've been on holiday. Maybe we've piled a few pounds on. I know I'm a little bit heavier than the start of summer, right? Often what we need is a complete reset. Draw a line in the sand. Say that enough's enough. It's time. And the problem is, most of us try and do this on our own, right? Give me a thumbs up if you've already tried, attempted, tried to do something to say enough's enough, I need to get back on track. Like, how many times, give me a thumbs up, if in the past you've used the words back on track, hit reset, start afresh, begin again on Monday, get back into better habits, and we end up, what we often do is we look back at what's worked before, so that could have been a 6-week program with us, it could have been tracking your calories, whatever, and then we try and emulate the success from what we've done in the past. But what we've got to do sometimes is say, okay, I'm ready to draw a line in the sand now. Me, I love that visual. It says, I've had a great time in summer. Let's draw a line in the sand and move forward. All right. So if any of that resonates, this is for you. If you are right now turning up training, but you're kind of going through the motions and you need to refocus on your goals and you kind of need to refocus on what really matters, to double down, to be a little bit more disciplined, to get more consistent and actually take things somewhere else. In other words, make more progress, set a goal that you care about enough to work towards, and you basically know you're capable of more, then this will be perfect for you. If you're someone that you've had the healthy habits, you've had a great routine, and you know you need to rebuild that to get back to feeling your best, this is for you. But ultimately, what this is designed to do is get you back to feeling incredible and then go a level beyond that. Because here's the thing, what I started to do is, I started to build out this program as a reset. As a, right, let's just start fresh. But then what I started to do is, I started to realize that a lot of us kind of try and do that ourselves. And yeah, we need a bit more structure and a team to help us. But I realized there's just so much more to it. Like, what happens when you hit reset? What happens when you get back into those healthy habits, right? What happens when you get back to a good routine of training, of exercising, of hitting your diet, losing a little bit of weight? What happens then? We kind of back where we were, which is great, but that's not really exciting. Which is why the idea behind this is to reset first, refocus on what matters, rebuild those routines and habits that get us feeling great, but then to rise. What I mean by rise is to rise to the challenge, to raise your standards, to push to that next level. All right? This is not about rebuilding the old. This is not about refocusing on what you've done before. This is about building something new now. This is about rising and raising your standards up so ultimately you can thrive. So you've got balance across all areas, right? So the difference with this compared to the previous 6-week challenge, this is more holistic. So rather than just saying, like, we're going to focus on losing weight, toning up, gaining shape, and you're going to hit your calories, do your steps, 5 a day, water, etc., this is more holistic now. This is going to focus on your mindset. This is going to focus on mindfulness. This is going to focus on different areas, which I'll get into in a second, that are really going to enhance all areas of your life and invite you to thrive. So this essentially is 6 weeks where it's an opportunity to reset, refocus, rebuild. It's an invitation to raise your standards, and it's a clear path on how to thrive. And for me personally, thriving is where you've got balance, where you feel great, where it's not just about, I'm tracking my calories and I'm training and I'm losing weight, I'm gaining shape. It's about feeling balanced in all different areas, okay? So we've covered, that's kind of what it is. How it's going to work is, depending on how many people sign up, we've got 20 or 21 signed up so far. We're going to have 2 teams. There's going to be a bit of a competitive element. There's going to be some scoring, some point scoring involved to keep you focused, motivated, to keep you switched on, and also to bring the best out of you and work together as a team so we can all rise together, okay? So that's how that's going to work. You're going to get one of these, but it's going to be professionally printed. This is just my version at home. This is the final draft before it got sent to the printers. And you're also actually going to get, we've never done this before, but a recipe book that's printed and actually has QR codes that you scan. You can watch videos on how to do the recipe. You can scan QR codes straight into MyFitnessPal if you've got that feature available. And essentially, the 2 teams, this point scoring, the recipe book is everything that you're going to need to level up, feel incredible, but also step into a new dimension of you over the 6 weeks. So essentially what we're going to be doing is, you're going to pick this up, you're going to work through this step by step. I've really stripped this back to the absolute basics for what you need. In the past, we've done goal setting. It's great, but it can be quite lengthy and detailed. This is straight to the nuts and bolts of what creates incredible change. Now, I've also gave you access to Nutrition 101. So it's a new booklet that I've put together. You'll get access to that by joining this program, where it's going to show you how to set up a diet that's tailored to you if that's what you want to do. But a lot of the time, people ask me, Pete, is this just going to be focused on losing weight? Is this just going to be focused on, me, getting in shape? I don't just want to join to lose weight. Maybe right now you're watching this and you're quite happy with your weight. You don't care about your weight. Maybe you just want to tone up. Maybe you just want more energy. Maybe you just want to get back into better habits to feel better, to build that discipline and consistency. This is exactly what this is going to do. So once you've spent just 5 to 10 minutes getting clear on the focus that you're going to have for the 6 weeks and what the overall goal is, you're then going to get into our brand new success tracker, okay? So instead of tracking calories, steps, water, 5 a day, we've got 5 brand new areas. A couple of them are very similar. We've got meals, so everything nutrition related. We've got movement, which is steps, but with different focused goals. We've also got mobility in this. So we're actually going to be focusing on your mobility, stretching you out, ultimately getting you to a point where you're looser, where you've got less chance of being injured, where actually you're sleeping better on a night, where you wake up feeling more refreshed because you're not as tight. You come to the gym and you can actually get into the positions a lot easier and feel more flexible. We're going to focus on mindset. We're going to start bringing in some gratitude, tracking wins on a daily basis, and also looking through the use of the tool of reflection over your day, over your week, to see what's going well so you can build a positive, bulletproof and resilient mindset. So when you get a challenge thrown at you, whether it's at work or at home, you can stay on track and stay focused. And finally, we're going to look at the area of mindfulness. So that's going to involve looking at your evening habits before you go to bed. We're going to stop spending too much time on his phone before we go to sleep. That's going to improve sleep quality. It's also going to allow you to wake up on the morning feeling refreshed. It's going to take away that mental fogginess and that haziness. You're going to find that if you've got low level kind of in the background anxiety, that's going to reduce. And we're also going to focus on getting you into a good evening routine to get into bed, so that ultimately, here's the thing, with the combination of the 5 working synergistically, you are feeling your best. Because yes, training is good, nutrition is important, but mindfulness, mindset and mobility, they're going to take you to the next level so that you can actually find balance. Because here's the thing, it's all good and well having a nice diet plan, training plan, having that as a focus. But if you're stressed out, or if you are being challenged left, right and centre, and you don't have the mindset to deal with it, it makes life a hell of a lot harder. Each week's going to have a slightly different focus, and within each week, you're going to have 3 mini challenges. So for example, week 1, you're going to be doing a fitness test. You're going to be doing a fitness test, you're going to be logging your time, and in 6 weeks, you're going to aim to beat that. We've got some mini challenges that involve doing them for literally 1 to 2, maybe 3 minutes before or after your workout when you come down and train with us. And it's basically a step-by-step program that's designed to guarantee results over the 6 weeks. Now, you might be wondering, Pete, how does the meals, the movement, how does the mobility, the mindset, the mindfulness, how does that differ to the usual habit tracker? What you're going to do every Sunday night is you're going to sit down and look at your week, how much you've got going on, how busy you are, how much free time you have, and within each category of habits, right, you're going to select the intensity or the level that you can commit to for that week. This is not a one-size-fits-all. This is not a you have to do 10,000 steps a day. If you feel 10,000 steps for the coming week when you're traveling on the road a lot, when you're busy, when you're in the office all week, you can't get out for a walk, you might lower your step goal. On a week where you want to push, you're going to raise the step goal. When it comes to mobility, you might think, I don't want to spend 10 minutes stretching every day. Great. So choose the option that's 2 minutes of stretching a day. Go watch one of the videos that are provided for you to follow along to. You might think, Pete, I've got no interest right now in sitting down and writing a win, something I'm grateful for, and a lesson for the day. That's too much. Great. So let's just start out every single day writing down one win or one thing that you're grateful for. Right? You might say, Pete, I can't do the whole 1 hour before bed, no phone, and be in bed at the same time every night. Cool. Let's just start 30 minutes, no phone before bed. So what this is going to do, it's going to reduce your phone usage. It's going to reduce the anxiety that's created from staring at screens all day. That's the holistic approach to this, okay? You've got the team element, so you're going to be working together as a team. However, you're working on your own goals at your own pace, in your own time. And the beauty of this, if you're not looking to lose weight, or you actually want to get out of the habit of tracking calories, then under the meals element, so the nutrition part, you notice, right? Meals, movement, mobility, mindset, mindfulness, they all begin with M. Nutrition wouldn't have sounded as good. So under that, you can choose. Do you want to just focus on protein? Do you want to just focus on your calories? Or do you want to focus on protein and calories? What I'm saying is this gives you flexibility. There's less pressure to make it more easeful and to allow it to fit into your life and into your routine. So that's pretty much that, team. 3 mini challenges each week that can be done as and when. Through doing the challenges, you're going to push yourself, but you're also going to earn points for your team so your team can come out on top. And you're literally going to work week at a time. Each week builds on the last. And as I mentioned, each of the different habits, from the mobility to mindset to mindfulness to the nutrition element to movement, like, the idea is that over time, you're going to build in a higher level of difficulty and slowly, incrementally push yourself to improve week on week. That's why we go from hitting reset to raising your standards to actually thriving and feeling incredible. And by the end, you're going to have the confidence, the momentum, you're going to have the consistency, the discipline, all built in and ready, the foundation's locked in, so that the final 2 to 3 months of this year, you can sit down and set some goals that excite you and scare you and finish 2025 feeling incredible. That's the goal here. That's why originally I was like, yeah, let's do a reset challenge. Let's get back into good habits. Let's get feeling good. Let's bring the team together. Let's do this as a full squad. Amazing. And then what I thought is, that's great. But we've done that before. We did that earlier this year at the start of the year. We can do that no problem, quite easy. But why don't I build something that allows us to actually incrementally, step by step, push to the next level whilst allowing you to work at your own pace and fit it into the lifestyle that you have, right? So if you turn around and you go, Pete, whoa, 3 challenges a week, that's too much. Cool, do 1. Pete, whoa, 12,000 steps a day, that's too much. Do 8. Pete, I don't want to track my calories. I'm out of that now. I'm trying to get away from that. Great. Let's just keep an eye on your protein every day. Team, just give me a thumbs up if that's making sense. So that's pretty much covered what it is that we're doing. So this is an invitation for you to reset your habits, reset your routine, reset your focus, rebuild, rebuild the habits that have you feeling good. Drinking your water, tracking your calories if that helps, and ultimately refocusing in on the things that you know work. This is an invitation to raise your standards to a new level, right? To challenge yourself to become better than you are across the board, right? And it's an invitation to thrive instead of survive, okay? So that's what it is. The reason why we're doing this end of summer, let's just hit reset. Let's get refocused. Let's get locked in. Let's finish 2025 feeling our absolute best. Imagine walking into 2026 already months ahead of the crowd. I want you to imagine that this is a 3.5 month head start on the rest of the population. You're literally going to be entering the festive period come the end of the year feeling on fire. How amazing would that be, right? Finishing the year feeling amazing. How it's going to work, like I've mentioned, you're going to get a physical copy of this once they arrive next Monday. You're also going to get the recipe book. There is a physical copy. You could literally sit in your kitchen, flick through the pages, scan MyFitnessPal, scan a little QR code that takes you to a video to watch the instructions on your phone. Super cool. 2 teams, head to head, a little bit of a competitive nature. If that's not for you, send me a message. We won't get you involved in the teams, but it's the thing that came up top. Last time we did this, everyone said, Pete, the team thing, amazing, really helped me to stay focused and motivated. Who's it for? People looking to hit reset, people looking to refocus, people looking to rebuild positive momentum and routine, people looking to raise the standards, people looking to feel better, people looking to feel the best. Maybe you're watching this and you want a new level, you want that new push, you want that new focus. Maybe you're watching this and you felt a bit lost after doing a 6-week challenge. This is the next step. This is the next level. Who is this not for? Anyone that's literally flying with motivation. You're unstoppable. There's nothing that can get in your way. You feel like you're maxed out. You don't need any help. You don't need another box to tick. You don't need any extra help or support. What I would say is, if you feel like you're up at your peak right now, don't give yourself something else to do. I'll just be honest with you. It'd be easy for me to try and sell you on it. If you feel like right now, Pete, you know what? I'm turning up, I'm training, I'm eating well, my mindset's good, I'm focused. Great, don't sign up. But this is for someone that needs that extra little nudge, support, and have it as a step-by-step plan. I'm going to cover the questions now. That's pretty much all the info, team. The details will be dropped below, the type form that you can fill in to sign up. Questions have been asked: is this the same as the 6-week challenge when I first started, or is it something different, different focus? It's a different focus because the actual initial part, right, the pre-start checklist that you guys have seen before, it actually says nothing about weighing and measuring yourself and taking photos if that's not what you want out of this. If you want to build habits, if you want to feel incredible, if you want more energy, if you want to become consistent, if you want to build some discipline, if you just literally want to wake up every day buzzing with energy and feeling great, then this is for you. But actually, it says here, if you want to lose weight, tone up, or create physical transformation, it's also recommended that you take your measurements and your photos. So that's an optional element in this. And of course, the usual little measurement form is in there if you so wanted to take them. Okay, but this is not just focused on losing weight. This is focused on upgrading your mindset, creating balance across all areas of your life, introducing some mindfulness, that holistic approach, ensuring that you've got balance, not only just with your training and your nutrition, but up here as well. Okay, so super important that we're clear on that. So yes, completely different, although there'll be some elements that have been taken from the previous 6-week program, because they're the fundamentals and the foundations that you just can't take away, right? I'm not going to completely reinvent the wheel. If there's something that works for the sake of saying, hey guys, I've got something new, so I'm going to completely, come up with something new. No, absolutely not. We've got some foundational ideas here that help, but the way that it's structured and the options that you have each week to circle the different levels for each habit, I think you're going to find incredible. I want to join the Reset Project, but I don't want to lose much more weight and don't want to gain it either. Can I join just to tone up, get back into routine, give myself a challenge again? Yes, hopefully I've covered that. What do you think or expect us to achieve? Hopefully I've covered that as well. I don't like the word expect, but what I believe you will achieve if you follow this is, firstly, you'll be back into the routines that serve you. All right? Back into the habits that have you feeling good. All right? Eating less rubbish, eating healthier foods, training more consistently, getting out on those walks at lunch or on an evening that make you feel good, but often you get chained to your desk. It's going to have you. Here's the key. Here's the idea that I want you to take from this. I want you to imagine that when you are trying to move forward and make progress, whatever progress for you is, a lot of the time what we focus on is putting our pedal on the gas, accelerating, why am I not moving? Why am I not moving? What I want this to try and do is release the brakes for you. So that's what we're going to start by doing, releasing the brakes, drawing a line in the sand, full complete reset. So what I would expect is that you've left some behind, that you're dialed in and focused, and then you literally fall back into the healthy habits that have you feeling your best. That's the start, right? From there, what I would then expect, or what I would assume is going to happen for you, and the way it's been built, is that week on week, you're going to get better. You're going to become more consistent. You're going to challenge yourself a little bit more. You're going to find yourself scoring better on the success tracker each week. And as time goes on, you're going to be pushing yourself a little bit more. So initially you might say, Pete, I'm going to start out, I'm going to do 8,000 steps a day. And then by week 3, you might push to 10,000. By the end, you might push to 12. With your mobility, you might start out, I'm going to do 2 minutes a day. I can get the kids involved, 2 minutes of stretching a day. And over time, you're going to go to 5. And by the end, you might be on the hardest difficulty. You might be at 10 minutes of stretching mobility a day. Mindfulness, you might say, I'm going to start out, I'm just going to do 30 minutes without my screen before bed. And you start to feel the benefits. You're less anxious, you're more present, you're sleeping better, you've got more energy, you wake up more energized. You wake up less fogginess, you've got more mental clarity. You say, I'm going to go an hour screen-free before bed. And then by the end, you're actually setting yourself a bedtime routine where you're saying, I'm going to be in bed by 11 p.m. lights out. So by the end of the program, you're into a solid sleep routine. You're not on your phone before bed. You're not wasting your life scrolling your phone. You're waking up feeling more refreshed. They're the kind of changes that I'd love to see. And having that level of consistency. All right. So when you're at the end of the program, because you've been able to start at a lower level, listen, I honestly didn't want to get into this much detail. I wanted to make this a short video, but you guys know how it is, and we're in it now, we're in it. Week 1, reset, rebuild, refocus. For the next 2 weeks, intentionally set the bar lower so you make it impossible to fail. So the idea here is that we're building consistency, momentum, confidence, and then we can turn it up a notch. And then we can turn it up a notch. And guess what this does? By the end, I'd expect you to, if you've focused on your calories and your protein and stuff, maybe you've toned up, maybe you've lost some weight, maybe you take photos and your measurements and they have improved, they will improve if that's what your focus is. But I believe that you'll feel more confident in yourself and in your own abilities. You'll have an incredible routine that's powerful and aligned with your goals. You'll be focused, and I feel that then come the end of the 6 weeks, the last part is actually set up yourself. Time to thrive, your next 3 months, is where you'll set some goals that scare you, that excite you, that you might have not set before you started this program. So hopefully that answers your question, but there's no pressure on what I expect you to achieve. I have a holiday on the prep week. Will I be able to prep while I'm away? Yes, it won't be an issue. When you get back, do your healthy food shop. You can have access to the booklet on a electronic PDF to have a read through it. No stress. I'm going on holiday on the 23rd of October for 3 weeks. Would it still be worth signing up for? Absolutely. The beauty of this is because of the way that it's set up, you might get to week 4 and be hammering out 12,000 steps a day, tracking your calories and protein, doing 10 minutes of stretching, go on holiday, and then go, right, I'm going to drop the nutritional element to just having a protein goal for the day. So while you're on holiday, you're just mentally in your mind going, I'm going to try and hit 100 gram of protein today. Let's have a bit of protein with each meal. You might say, I am going away, I'm going to be really busy. I don't want to do 10 minutes of mobility every day. So you drop it down to 2 minutes. You might say, Pete, I don't want to take this pad with me on holiday. So I don't want to have to write my wins and my gratitude and my lessons every day. So you might say, I'm just going to drop to one thing I'm grateful for every day and then write that in on your phone. You might be like, Pete, I'm going on holiday. We're going to be partying all night. I'll have my phone on me, wherever. Cool. Let's drop to the 30 minutes no screen before bed. So this fits in holiday or not holiday. There's no on or off for this. The idea behind this is that you challenge yourself in a way where this becomes a part of your life, and then that holistic approach just becomes part of who you are. That's kind of the real point of this, is for you to not have to go back and start something new again, for you to ingrain this into your day-to-day, that it's just what you do. We're away for the first 2 weeks. Is it still worth signing up? I think I caught you at boot camp yesterday or the day before, on Monday, and we spoke about this. Absolutely, sign up, take it away with you. Can this be started at a later date, or does it have to be started at the same time as everyone else? This kicks off on the 22nd. If you're happy to miss the first week, you can drop me a message, let me know. But beyond that, this is not something that you'll just be able to, pick up and kind of start until we've finished this 6 weeks. It's complete. I've reviewed it, and then this might be kind of released as a bit of a program that you can pick up and do yourself without the kind of group challenge aspect. Do you have to be in a team? If you're really kind of against the whole team thing and you feel pressured, drop me a message. We'll not add you to a team. That's okay. Can you take part if you only attend the gym twice a week? Absolutely. All of this can be done from home, except the little challenge at the end of the week where week 1, for example, you're going to do a plank. You're going to hold it as long as you can, and you're going to record and score your time. You could do that from home. There's a few that involve jumping on a rower or ski. There's a few that involve wall balls. They're stuff that you do at the gym, but it doesn't matter if you are only in twice a week. Absolutely fine. Will all the mini challenges involve having to take a photo or selfie of yourself? We've done that in the past. Selfies are welcomed. Week 1's challenge is to go for a walk and take a photo and post it in the group. The photo could be where you're walking. It could be a selfie of yourself. When you do the fitness workouts, the idea is just to get the team, get the team working together by sharing your time, how long it took you, how you found it. A sweaty selfie, optional, not mandatory, so you don't have to get your face up in everyone's grill. Can it be personalized for everyone? Absolutely. You'll get access to, like I mentioned at the start of this video, Nutrition 101, which is a really simple, straightforward ebook that you're going to get access to on a QR code that you literally scan. You can go through it on your phone, and that's where you can set up your calories, your protein target, if that's what you want to focus on. But the way it's going to be personalized to you is because, like I've mentioned, the 5 habits that we have, the meals, the movement, the mobility, the mindset, the mindfulness, you are going to choose the level, the degree of intensity that you want to go for. Okay, so if you're really busy and you're maxed out in life right now, just choose the beginner options. I don't really like the term kind of beginner, easier, advanced, or pro level. I do believe that everyone's at a different level. What you find easy, someone might find hard, and vice versa. But this can absolutely be personalized to you and your goals, whether it's weight loss and toning up, whether you're just joining this to feel good, get back into routines and positive habits. Honestly, it's going to not be a one size fits all. It's definitely going to be something that allows you to see where you're at in life, how busy you are, your current lifestyle, the progress that you want to make, the changes that you want to see happen, and the focus that you want to have over the 6 weeks, and mold it around you. Okay, so this video, hell of a lot longer than I wanted it to be, but that's the in-depth. I've even showed you a little bit more of this than I'd planned to. If you want to get involved, it works out. It's £1 a day. You get the t-shirt at the end, you get the professionally printed pack, you get the physical recipe book that you will literally have in your hands going through it. You'll be invited to join one of 2 teams. You won't actually, you'll just be put in a team. And over the 6 weeks, you will reset, you will refocus, you will rebuild positive habits and routines. You will rise, you'll raise the standards, rise to the challenge, push yourself to the next level. And by the end, you will be thriving. And beyond that, because that's the most important bit, you'll have the routine, the consistency, the confidence, and what's required to start setting some bigger goals to go on to achieve even more. Okay, team? So hopefully that covered everything that you needed. If you've got any more questions, do send me a message. As always, I'll be more than happy to answer them. If you want to get signed up, I'll put the Typeform link below. It's also in the announcement chat of on WhatsApp. Everything that you need is there. I think that's pretty much everything covered. Listen, mega excited for this. I had originally just thought this will just be a little bit of a reset plan, get everyone back on the same level. And as I got going, I was like, no, we building something new here. And this I feel like this is going to be the first iteration. We're going to see how this 6 week goes. We might make some changes, some improvements, some tweaks, but this will become, or this is going to be the kind of next level up, right? The follow on from the previous 6 weeks that you've done. And I just can't wait to see you guys get started on it now. This is something that I've spent a lot of my life focusing on, all the different areas. The kind of nutrition and movement is stuff you've already done. Some of you have started to add mobility. Mindset and mindfulness has been life-changing for me. We're only getting into kind of like a beginner's level in this program. I've definitely jumped right in at the deep end over the last 6 years in my own life. But I truly believe that the mindset and mindfulness element of this will be a complete life changer. And that sounds quite serious. You might think, Pete, what we're writing down in a booklet, one thing I'm grateful for, what my win is, a lesson that I learned today. Yeah, I'm going to tell you right now, the best teacher that you have in your life on living a healthy, beautiful, wonderful, incredible, adventurous, amazing life on planet Earth is you. You are your greatest teacher. How do we do that? Through the tool and process of self-reflection. How do we do that? Sit down every night and ask yourself some incredible, powerful, simple questions that take a matter of minutes that over time compound to change your life. The mindfulness part as well, no screen an hour before bed and having a set bedtime every night. Wow, you will be ahead of 95% of the population if you get that nailed down. Or should I say, when you get that nailed down. Okay, that's enough from me. I could talk all day long about this because this is the shit that lights me up. But that's all. I best end it there. Thanks for everyone that sent a question. Thanks for everyone that watched this far. We've probably been going, 35, 40 minutes at this point. Have an amazing day. Get signed up. Let's take things to a new level.